Don't know me, I'm Lady O from the Mystic Podcast, and I'm sitting here in the parking lot waiting for my husband who's doing a podcast as a guest somewhere else. And I thought, you know what? I have some things to talk about that would be really interesting for you guys. I think for those of you who want to know how to get what you want by breaking your patterns. And I have my glasses on in case you guys live chat. And I've never done this before, so I don't know exactly how that works. So let me see if I can figure out live chat here. Let me click some buttons. It's not that. It's not that. Okay, it's that put a green screen, so I don't want a green screen. Well, it's too late. It's making me have a green screen. So how do I take that off? Okay. Well, there we go. So I don't know if I can get a live here. Oh, here it is. Chat filter. Top messages. Okay, so it looks like I could get a chat if you guys wanted to live chat. Since I've never done this before, I don't even know if you guys are going to get a notification. I don't even know if you guys are going to see it. Normally, what we do is we do a live on our Sunday nights, and we come through a whole different channel, a way of coming live, but I don't know if it's the same this way. But if you are here, say hello so I know that you guys can hear me. Meanwhile, what I'm here to talk about is I'm here to talk about how to get what you want by breaking patterns. And what does that even mean? So that means that, let's say there's something that you want in your life that you're not getting, and you keep repeating the same pattern over and over and over, but you don't even realize it's a pattern until somebody points it out to you, or you recognize it's a pattern, but you don't know how to break it, or you don't even know where to start. So this talk is about that. And if you guys have any questions about this area, about getting what you want, I will show you how to get there by paying close attention to your actions now, because you can start to see the pattern. And those of you who know what I'm talking about go, sometimes people go really deep into this, because you can even go into matching your astrology. You can go into matching signs and seeing, like, wow, this time last year I was doing the same thing. I was dating this type of person, and now I'm dating this same type of person. Now it's a different person around the same time. So you can start tracking patterns. And so that's what I would like to talk to you guys about today, because you guys don't know, some of you don't know the power of understanding your patterns. So let's say you want to get a new job in a totally different arena, but all your behavior is going to match the type of job you're in now. And you start to see every single thing that you're doing today is just continuously, repetitively perpetuating the same results. And that includes dating. That includes getting married to the same kind of person. And I did the same thing. I was married a number of times, and I basically kept marrying the same person, and it just kind of improved, but I just kept staying in the same pool. And I had to really start to pay attention to my patterns, and I had to see, what is it that I'm doing? What am I projecting out? What am I saying? How am I being? How am I acting that I keep attracting the same pool? And, like, where am I looking? So first of all, I don't even know if I'm being heard right now. So let's see if there's any volume. Yes, my volume is on. It looks like everything's okay. I just don't know if there's any chats right now. I see a couple people are on, but I can't see the chats. I don't know how. So I'm clicking everything. It's so much easier when when I'm at home. I'm on my OBS. I have this OBS system, and I sit there, and it's like a control panel, and I have everything right there, and I can see exactly what I'm doing. But here I am trying this for the first time, this feature. So it's YouTube Live. Obviously, this has been around forever, but I don't know how it works with chatting. So anyway, you guys can try it out with me and just say hello or something, and see if a little something pops up and I can tell that you guys are on. If you're not, if I can't find you, I'm just gonna continue talking if you're interested in this topic. So I think relationships is probably a good place to start. Hey, Amy. There we go. My chats work. Hey, Amy. I'm glad you're feeling better. I know you weren't feeling good, you said in your comments. I'm glad you're back. When you want to attract something, sometimes it's a job or a life change, but sometimes it can be as simple as like a different relationship you want to be in. And that's where I spend a lot of my time. I spend a lot of time talking to women, especially, but even men, about relationships. And I talk to them about, why do you keep attracting the same person in a different way? Like, so I've been married a number of times. I don't even tell you guys how many times I've been married. And it's a lot. So I've been married a lot of times because I just couldn't make it work. And I kept trying and trying and trying. And I gave it 100%, but I kept getting the same type of person and I kept attracting that. And I had no idea that it was me attracting that. I didn't know it was what I was putting out. I didn't know that was the pool of guys I kept going to pick a future partner. So when I met Riz, I was way outside of my pool. He was so crazy different than anybody I had ever dated. You guys want me to tell you my dating story about Riz? He's right now inside a podcast studio and I'm in the parking lot. And so I thought, this is a great time. I could just talk to you guys. So, Amy, you've been married 34 years. You've been blessed. Wow. Just chef's kiss to you that you have done that. Hi, Lori. So basically, what we were talking about for a second is we were just talking about attracting the things you want and how to recognize patterns and what is preventing you or blocking you from getting the things you want. But it's really looking at your patterns. So I was using the example of relationship. So in relationship, I was attracting the same partner. And so I would get upset and I would get mad and eventually divorce. And I kept trying because I believe in love. I'm a big Taurus, like a Labrador retriever. I'm always falling in love. And I thought I was doing everything right. And I gave it my best shot. I gave it 110% each time. And I kept getting the same responses from them. They kept acting the same way. It was one guy after another. And I thought, wow, like I don't know what I'm doing here. And I had to do a lot of self-discovery. I had to dig deep. I had to figure out what it is that I'm doing that's attracting the same kind of man. And so, hey, Stuti, what are you doing? I'm over here chilling, hanging out. As I'm telling everybody, I'm in a parking lot as Riz is inside doing a guest appearance in another podcast. And look, I got my besties here with me. Lori, I understand. I don't know what's harder, honestly. I don't know if it's harder to be single or harder to be married. It's just all dealing with yourself at the end of the day, isn't it? So, but to break patterns, that's a big deal because it also includes like where you're putting your attention and focus. So let's say it's on career. Let's say it's on making money. Let's say it's on accomplishing your biggest goals that you want to see in your life, right? But you keep getting the same results and you keep not accomplishing what you really want to accomplish. So what I recommend is you have to start at the drawing board. So Lori says, my only trouble is financially affording it. I work 2 full-time jobs. So Lori, this is perfect. So let me explain. Oh, by the way, are you guys familiar with ChatGPT and what it can do for you in this area? I don't know how you feel about ChatGPT. If you download the app and you just go on ChatGPT 4.0 or 3.0, there's 2 or 3. There's a free version and then there's the paid version. But if you go on there, you can ask questions about what type of behavior. This is what you can prompt ChatGPT. You could say, what type of patterns and behaviors should I do or implement to help me accomplish ... And then you put in the job or the kind of goals you want to set for yourself or that you want to see. And ChatGPT literally will give you the most popular, it's gathering all the internet data. So it's the most popular proven results for best practices, best behavior on what you can do to break whatever pattern you're in and to start a new path. It's not taking the place of coaches, but it's good. I have to tell you, ChatGPT, do you guys use ChatGPT? Hi, Melody. So ChatGPT is amazing because it really does answer a lot of questions in this area. Yeah, you could use ChatGPT in a number of ways. It's not just for business and writing and emails and things like that, or letters or whatever it is that you want to use it. That's like language skills. You could actually use it for advice on like career advice. For instance, let's say one of you wants to start writing novels. Okay, you want to become a writer, but you have two full, like Lori, let's just say it's you. You want to become a fantasy novel writer, okay? And you have these two jobs. And then you would say, what you would ask ChatGPT, what behaviors or practices can I do differently? Or what can I change in my work week to allow me to begin the steps of becoming a fantasy novel writer? And it will literally write down, it'll give you in 2 seconds a full protocol. You can even ask it for a protocol. You can ask for step-by-step instructions, exactly what you want to accomplish, and it will give it to you in the order you want to accomplish it. So if let's say it gives you an answer and you don't like it, you can just say, ChatGPT, I don't want to give up my first job, but my second job, I'm open to changing. I'm not willing to have this many hours cut, but I'm willing to do, like, you can give your parameters, and then ChatGPT will tell you what possible opportunities you can do to make money that can help you have more hours to write, or when you can change your schedule. It's very, very good about that. I don't know if you guys have used it for that, but it works. So, yeah, ChatGPT is amazing. But that is what, when people want to accomplish something and they want to get out of a rut or they're in a pattern, they don't realize that all you have to do is start at the beginning. So what you do is you could use ChatGPT, or you can like journal. And the way I would suggest journaling is you kind of take inventory of your belief systems where you are now, and you start seeing, like, I don't believe that I deserve to be, I'm using the example, a novel writer. Okay. So I don't believe that I deserve to be a novelist. That's only for other people. I'm not allowed to be a writer. What I have to say doesn't matter. So you have to write all this down. These are your true beliefs. And then you look at your patterns in your day-to-day life. So you say, oh, I have this job, I go every day, I have the same routine, I do the same thing, I see the same friends. And then you wonder why you feel unfulfilled, because you're not accomplishing the things you want to accomplish in your life, right? So it's going back to the basics to see, well, what's your true belief system about that? And your belief system is what's actually creating the path for you. So if you were to say, I have no idea if I'm a good writer or not, I'm just going to try it. So let's pick something from you brave souls who clicked on my on my chat. So if you guys have something you want me to tackle, why don't you give me an idea, something that you have a goal and you feel like it's too hard to accomplish. Like it seems impossible and you just don't know how you're going to get there. Yes, you can try ChatGPT, you can ask those questions, but I could also be a ChatGPT and try my best to give a crack at it. So do you guys have anything that you would like me to take a look at in your life right now that is a goal you have in mind, something you would like to accomplish, something that you would like to find out more about yourself or find more time to take care of yourself, any kind of goal. And then we can kind of try to break down what the patterns are. And if you don't want to be, if it's, you don't know what it is, then you don't have to ask. But if it's a privacy issue, you could just be general. But the point is, or it could be relationships. It could also be relationships. You want to retire in your dreams. Mm, I think about that all the time. I know the feeling, right? How to work, how to work and feel like you're retired. What about that? Or do you want to just be retired and just do nothing and just chill? There are ways that you could do that. There are ways that you can make money while you sleep. Those type of jobs are all, usually AI powered jobs and things that you have to get involved in. It's more complex. I don't know if you want to get that deep into it, but things that you can make money, like you know, these small little things like ebooks don't really sell like a lot unless you're a New York Times bestseller. So it's really hard to make like an income. But if you get involved in like getting apps, like we're looking into making an app, and there's things like that where you can have a residual income. Let's see. Brooke says, I have a goal to find a routine of a dedicated practice. Not sure what is blocking me. So Brooke, do you have any idea what you want to do? Is there anything in particular? Do you have, when you say dedicated practice, is it in a particular field? Lori says, I don't want to do a damn thing. 40 years in, I want to do nothing. You want to kick back. Well, you deserve it. After 40 years, you're exhausted. You just want to chill. You don't want to work anymore. You're tired. I totally get it. If you're financially able to do that, and you can get on a fixed income or do something where you can have like a fun little side job, something that you enjoy, then more power to you. I totally get it. You get to a point where you just don't want to work anymore and you're just tired. I totally understand. I want to sell crystals. You know, Amy, you can sell crystals online. Did you know that? You can sell crystals online. You can go to a crystal warehouse like near you where they have kind of like big selection, but for a lower cost. And if you get a seller's license, like a seller's permit, you can actually get a very big discount and buy more in bulk. You can make a simple website. You could just go to Wix.com or any kind of website like that, and you just build a website and have a PayPal, and you could literally start selling crystals tomorrow. You could literally start selling crystals tomorrow. And if you need to have the images and the designs, ChatGPT will actually make it for you. You just type in what kind of design or picture you want, it'll make it for you. And you can just correct it till you get it to exactly how you want it, and you just upload it. And there you do. You got your website, you're selling your crystals. You tell people, put it on your social media, let people know you're selling crystals. And what will make it special is if you put a little channeled note. When you put it in the mail and send it to people, put a little channeled note, write your words and a little heart or something and a little ribbon and make it special. And a little goes a long way. You can start building from there. And who knows where this can go? You can definitely start selling crystals 100%. And people sell crystals on Amazon. Did you know that? Amazon and Etsy, they sell crystals. Hi, Christine. Nice to see you here. Surprise, surprise. So all you new people in, for those of you who don't know me, I'm just trying to help you out in my day-to-day life. This is what I do. I'm a life coach and an empath and intuitive, and my husband's a psychic medium and a trance channel, and this is my YouTube channel. And every Sunday night, I go on live and we take psychic questions. But I am doing a surprise. This is where I am. I'm sitting in my car, and Riz is in as a guest in a podcast right now. So I'm taking this time to be productive. I'm doing something new. So this is the first time I'm trying this, and it's cool. So let's see. Lori, I want to work on myself and have a fitness garden. That is cool. A fitness garden. Tell me more about that. I want to know what that is. Okay, Raw Collective. What if you have many talents, but you don't know which one to focus on? Okay, well, Raw, you know, it depends on your finish line. It really depends what you're looking to get out of whatever it is that you want to do. So let's say you have 10 talents. And if you write them all out, you could also get ChatGPT to help you write them all out. And you can get like a full business plan protocol on how to get to the finish line so you can start making an income and having a fully sustainable job in these dedicated practices, right? So let's say you plug in 10 different modalities that you think that you can do, and then go through them. And when you get turned off while you're reading and you're like, oh, no, I'm not going to do that. That's too much work. That one's out. Then you go to the next one, and then you go, oh, okay, you know what? That's more feasible. I think I can do that. And then that one kind of goes to the top, and then you get your top 3. And then you start to see energetically how much time and energy and effort is it taking to do that, those top 3. So let's say you start working on the top 3 skills that you want to try, and then there's one that comes naturally to you with no effort. You're just relaxed, By the way, that's exactly what I'm doing. So I like to talk. So not only do I like to talk, I love to study metaphysical things. And I've been doing that since 2003. I have been involved in transformational conversations. And so I've been in so many classes in schools, and I've studied, and I've, God forbid, gotten certificates. And I have really, really, really did a lot of work on myself since 2003. And so I have so much information. I'm like a chat GPT in some ways. And so that's why it's so natural for me to just talk. So it's a natural inclination. So let's say you have those top three things, and then the thing that's natural to you that feels comfortable and relaxed, that's the thing you pursue, because you don't want to put a lot of effort. You don't want anything to feel uphill. If it's uphill, you guys, what do you got? If you guys watch my show, you know, if it's uphill, either you have to do some major changes in yourself, like you have to do some core work, belief system work on yourself, or it means you're actually not going down the path that is destined for you. So that's the way to kind of narrow down out of the 12 different skills you have, how to get to the top three and then how to get to the top one. Or if you're lucky and you're bold, you can keep those three juggling and you could do those three, but try to get successful at one first. That's my advice to you on that. Okay, Christine, would be cool if the crystal got charged by the sun or full moon. Imagine if you wrote that and put it in the, when you put it up on the website and you say these are charged by the moon and they have like, you know, they have been altered or they've been blessed over or chanted over, like that adds to it. So happy, Lady O, and the last Sunday pizza night. Riz was making fun of how hype I was the last pizza party we had. Oh my God. I was so excited, first of all, to eat, second of all, to be sitting on the floor, third of all, the whole thing. I was just so out of my mind excited, and I took over, and Riz, I look back, Riz was like sitting there like, are you done? Like, I just kept going and going. And so I told him, I promise. I said, okay, this next time, I swear to God, I'm going to be very chill. I'm going to be laid back. I'm going to sit back, and I'm going to let him talk, and just, I was really excited. Okay, Amy, thank you, Lady O. I will start planning my crystal business and keep you posted. Here's another thing you could do with ChatGPT. You could ask it to give you 10 awesome crystal names for your shop, crystal shop names. And you could say, maybe put your name in it, like put the name Amy in it. I like my name, put it in the title. And it'll give you 10 different names that you can choose. And you can even get your URL from GoDaddy and you can get it in, you know, whatever ChatGPT title you picked, and everything can be branded. And you can even ask ChatGPT, how do I start a little business? How do I start a business selling crystals online on my website? Walk me from step 1 to 100 or whatever, and give me every single thing that I need to do in the order I need to do it. And by the way, if you have questions, let's say you sign up for Wix.com to make a website because it's really easy to do it there. They have the simple way and the hard way. There's an advanced way. Don't do that one. If you go to Wix, Wix.com, you can make websites pretty fast, and it's pretty good. It's never crashed or anything. And it's not that expensive per month, and you can get a URL and all that. You could even ask ChatGPT, how do I set up a website on Wix? Give me the step-by-step instructions. You could even tell ChatGPT, give it to me in like a high school level. Like, I don't want to think, whatever, if it's too complex. Or I'm a beginner, I'm a novice, make it super easy for me to understand. I've had to do that many times for a lot of things. ChatGPT will literally tell you, okay, fill out the form. Like, it walks you through it. It'll literally get you going. Okay, what do you think of earthing products? I love earthing products. You should have different categories. You can sell shamanic tools. You can do an affiliate program with Amazon, and you could sell anything and everything. You can sell other people's products. You could have a section even on your website that says affiliate program. Anything you buy from here, it goes towards my store, etc. So absolutely. Show Lady O some love by hitting the like button. How cute. I don't even know. Yeah. This is such a new format for me. Okay, Melody Longhurst. Hey, Melody. Do you know my mom's name is Melody? So whenever I see your name, I'm like, Mom. My mom and dad crossed. My mom crossed, I think it was 2020. It was a year after COVID. So that's, I think, 2021. And my dad crossed when I was 24. And I was close to my mom in a biological sense. Like we did things together and we were like mother and daughter, very close. I'm an only child, but I didn't have a lot in common with her. And our conversations were always really weird and strained, and it was just a lot of drama. And so my dad and I were super close. My dad was my rock, and I loved him. He was very like spiritual, and he was metaphysical, and he was always talking about aliens and UFOs. And I was just in heaven. I just loved hanging out with my dad whenever he was off work. But he freaking left me when I was 24, and I was so, so mad. I still get a little not over it. So it took me 3 to 5 years of mourning to get over that. I was mad for 3 years that he left me, and then it took me 5 years to get kind of like back to some kind of normal. Because he died suddenly. There was no goodbyes or anything. And also, the other thing I wanted to say is one time we had a conversation. We were sitting in the movie parking lot. We just saw a movie. We were in the parking lot. And we made a promise to each other. And I said to him, let's make a promise, whoever dies first, that you promise that we'll find a way to contact the other and let the other know what the other side is like. So I think I was 16 years old when I told him that. And we pinky promised and agreed to that. Well, he has kept his side of the bargain, and he has, thank God, found me a psychic medium to marry, and he has over communicated to me. And at this point, we're good. Like, I don't need to talk to him as much anymore. And I just tune into him. He gives me presents all the time and leaves me gifts, and he leaves me songs, and he has synchronicity all the time. He's always with me. And he has also transitioned, for those of you who are curious, he's transitioned into other like identities, and he goes way out and I can't reach him. So he's just very adventurous. Okay. Melody, so happy to find you today while doing laundry. Do you like doing laundry? I love doing laundry. I don't know why. I like the fluffy, dry, clean smell of the fabrics, and I just like touching the fabrics, and folding is so satisfying for me. I don't like doing dishes. I hate it, but I have had to do it so many times with 5 kids and family. Oh my God. So thank God I don't have to do them as much anymore. Stuti, how do you know for sure you're on your destined path? Stuti, that's a good question. Let me ask the question again. How do you know for sure you are on your destined path? Okay, well, first, let's get the rules of the road straight. You're always on your path, right? Always. If it's hard or easy, it's still your path. So we're going to remove that. What you're saying is you want it to be profitable and easy. That's what you're saying. So is this path my path, meaning is it profitable and going to be easy for me? So you have to knock some things out of the way. Right away, you have to ask yourself, am I having fun at what I'm doing? You have to write that down. Make sure you go through this list. Am I having fun doing what I'm doing? Do I enjoy the process? Do I feel like I'm growing? I'm learning? Do I feel expressed? Do I feel like I'm sharing myself? Does it feel authentic? Do I like what I'm doing? And then once you start to go through this process, you'll start to know if it's soul satisfying. If it's soul satisfying and you feel very, very fed spiritually, then what happens is no matter how hard or difficult it is, you're going to do it hell or high water. So like case in point is this job that I have with my husband that we created. So 15 years ago, when we opened the doors, it was just natural for us to coach and help people. And it was super easy for us to talk to people. And we just shared what we knew. And we did all the shamanic things, and we did all the circles, and we did the journeys, and all the things that we did with the public, and we still do for 15 years. And so was it hard? It's hard in the sense that it's a demand. There's a very big demand of our energies and time and how much effort we put into anything. And so you see this as a destined path? Well, it's interesting because my true inclination was I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to be out there I was born in Hollywood, California for a reason. I should have gone all the way. I did 7 years of acting. in my 20s, and I met a lot of celebrities. I even dated a couple, and I worked really hard in my classes, and I did scene study, and I did a lot of things, everything you're supposed to do to be an actor. And I was not experienced enough in myself. I didn't have enough life experience. So I was self-conscious, and I had a really hard time like acting. I mean, I liked it. You can see I'm theatrical if you see some of the stuff I do, but I just wasn't ready. And so here we are, fast forward, I'm now 52 this year in May, and I still haven't gone back to acting. Now I get to express myself on the show where I get up and, dress up in costume, and I was Bellatrix, and I had a lot of fun like that. And so that's where I let the expression out. Now, would you say my destiny was to become an actor? So, that's what I want to hear, right? I want to hear you tell me my destiny was I should have been an actress, but here's my life. I'm not an actress. I'm a producer. I produce content. I'm filming all the time. I do behind the scenes. I do the tech part, and I also do the in front of the camera part. So one could say, well, it's still kind of in the entertainment industry, but I'm definitely not an actress in costumes, dressing up every day and having fun. So am I in my destiny? So it depends on how you look at it. I actually think by doing what I'm doing now is more in my destiny because it's more fulfilling. I feel more fulfilled. I feel more complete because it covers every area of my expression that I need to express. Because if I was just an actress, I don't know if I would be giving advice. I don't know if I would be talking as much to people. Maybe I would be just more self-serving. And so I think that my soul didn't want that. I think my soul wanted to be more out here with everybody and talking to you. That's what I wanted. And so my soul won. You see, so if you ask the question, am I following my soul's destiny? You have to really ask yourself, is my soul being expressed? Do I feel fully expressed, no matter how challenging it is, no matter how hard it is? Do I love what I'm doing from minute to minute? Is it self-serving? Do you know there's another version of me that exists, that I open a coffee shop, a little coffee shop? Me and Erica have talked about opening a little coffee shop, but it's super quaint and cute, and it's kind of themed like they have in Japan, or sometimes in downtown LA they have, in Hollywood and stuff, they have those kind of like themed coffee shops. And a lot of people have done that recently, but that was kind of a dream. And it's kind of interesting because I'm doing the same thing, but in a different way. So I'm still wanting to talk and commune with people, but I'm doing it in a different way. So it's a really tricky question. Am I following my destiny? Because it's really about, are you being true to yourself? Are you being true to your heart? I need a charger. I need a charger. Okay, let me charge up. All righty then. Let's go to the next one. You like me hyped? Well, I get in trouble each time I'm hyped, actually. I get in trouble. They're like, you didn't let Riz talk. And I'm like, man. And then I thought, that's why I'm on this. That's why I'm talking to you right now. I was like, maybe I have like a buildup and I have an overflow because I'm so hyper. Maybe I should actually just talk to people on my own and get it all out of my system. So by the time I sit with Riz, I'm calm, because I lose it. Like, I work all week. I'm really intense and quiet and I keep to myself. And then I get on the show and I'm like exploding. And so poor Riz is like hanging on to the rafters because if I'm too intense, he can't like fight me back. What is he going to do? Tell me to be quiet? Oh, he tries, but it doesn't work. So I may have to start talking more and doing more videos, one-on-one videos. I think that's going to help me. But yeah, I like being hyped. Okay, Amy, you guys can become a member too. Hit the join button on the channel. Thank you, Amy. Oh my God, that's so sweet. Yes, I created a new membership this morning. I deleted the old one. It was $14.99, and I felt like that was too high. And so I dropped it down to $6.99. The membership is $6.99. So what that means is twice a month, Riz and I will come on to YouTube well, it could be a private YouTube or a Zoom link, but either way, it's a private group talk with us. And the first, it's every 2 weeks. So I'm on first and he's on second. So it's on a Wednesday. So I come on first and I'll spend about an hour or so with a private group, and we will talk about everything empathic, what it means to be sensitive in this day and age, what it means to be hypersensitive, what it means to be dealing with the things that are happening in the world and your environment and people and anxiety and social anxiety and public anxiety and anxiety in your house and food anxieties and any kind of anxieties, you guys. I am a pro at getting through anxieties. I have had probably every kind of anxiety you can imagine. I've tried everything, every approach, and I just kept coming back to the same watering hole. And I kept realizing it was just my belief system. It was things that had to change within me. So I'm a very highly functioning, sensitive empath, if those of you who don't know me, and I'm an intuitive. So what happens is I feel everything. I'm super hypersensitive, and I had to separate what's mine and what's theirs. And there's a whole process. So it takes time to understand that. And I think I might have to I've done a couple courses on empathic, like lifestyle, like living as an empath. But I think I need to do a more concentrated, maybe a workshop or something where you guys, send in your questions, or I write out a comprehensive, detailed ebook or workshop or a video class where I talk just about how to handle being ultra sensitive to everything. If it's too loud, if it's too cold, if it's too dry, it's like everything bothers you, everything's too extreme, or you're shutting down and then you numb out completely because you just don't want to feel anything, and it just goes the reverse way. So I've handled all of that. So if you guys are interested in that, I definitely think I should do something like that soon. I know I've been talking about it, but I really actually should do it. Okay, Lori Skirchek. Sorry guys, off to work. Oh, bye Lori. It was great seeing you. Melody, I remember you telling me your mom's name is Melody, not a common name. Now, the funny thing is, my mom is from Honduras. She's from Santa Barbara, Honduras, in the mountains of Tegucigalpa, the capital, and she grew up in a coffee plantation with 14 brothers and sisters. She was not educated at all in a public school system, and she is who raised me, all 4'11" of her. And it was literally, she was born in like the 40s, and she was literally like going back in time. I mean, I was with a very simple and loving woman, and she was an Aquarian, so her mind was very expanded so she can keep up with me. But by the fourth grade, I had intellectually grown past her in every way. So I was kind of on my own. And a part of me as a soul, I think, wanted that because I had a lot of freedom to just be alone and lonely and by myself and creating. So that's where I get a lot of my, I think, eccentricities and quirks. It comes from just being an only child and alone a lot. And I went into my world and I developed myself kind of solo, no brothers and sisters. Her birth name is Melida, and so my dad couldn't pronounce it, so he called her Melody, but it stuck and we all loved it. And because it's the melody of life. Daddy's girl here too. Aw, Amy, that's sweet. I took care of my mom and dad. My dad passed in 2018 and my mom in 2019. I would love to hear from them. There's a way that you can connect with them if you want to know how to connect with your family who's crossed over. I can give you some tips on that. So the first thing is, let's get the practical stuff out of the way. If you see something that belonged to them, or you're in their old house, or photos, pictures, like music, clothing, anything that has like their essence, or you can feel them with you, that kind of connection energy will send the signal out. It's easier to connect with them if you have something that you have in common, that you guys both feel close too. So that sends the signal out. And then the second thing is, if you have a kind of upbeat sense of humor, or remember the good times, the good memories, or silly quirks about them, that helps them to connect to you. If you're too sad or depressed, it's harder to get a message from them because they're just consoling you, like rubbing your back kind of thing. Like they can't talk to you because you're not paying attention to them, you're paying attention to your grief. So you have to have a clear channel, you have to have a very clear line, a communication line open, and then you have to be very quiet. And then you kind of wait and listen. And if you want, I have to keep checking when he's going to show up. If you want to, while you're quiet and listening, you just see if you can hear their voices or their essence. And they'll make, sometimes what I notice with my parents when they give me messages, usually, is they come in with humor. So they'll give little jokes or comments or one-liners or little things only they said to me, and that's how they let me know that they are checking in on me, which is great. Melody Longhurst, hello. No, hate doing laundry. Aw, but I have to go to the laundromat. Oh yeah, well, the laundromat is a whole different ball game. But I like the smell at the laundromat. I like how it smells there. I don't know. I love the smell of the soap and everything. Brooke, thank you. Got to go. Please send the East Coast of Australia prayers. We have a cyclone coming. Oh my God. Okay, definitely we'll send prayers, send energy right now. Well, Brooke, it's really great that you were able to join us from Australia. I love our Aussie friends. Stuti, one part of my life feels like that it's fun and perfect. Everything flows just right. But then there are other parts that affect it. And at times brings the energy down, and I question it at times. Well, yeah, because going back to what we were talking about earlier, if you're not being fulfilled. So, first of all, you have to know that even if you are in the right path and you're being fulfilled and this is your soul's destiny, the thing is, if you hit a wall of like you hit challenges and you hit a wall, you're going to feel discouraged. It doesn't matter what job you're in, it doesn't matter what career you're doing, you will feel discouraged. And if you get discouraged, it usually means there's a pivot that you have to make. You have to do something different. Either you ask for different things from people around you, or you have to think of a different strategy. ChatGPT can help you with that. Or you can, it just means that the direction you're going in that particular moment is not giving you the results. So you have to go back to the drawing board and maybe change something. Maybe formatting has to change. Maybe branding has to change. Maybe the avenue in which you're doing something, the roadmap that you're on has to change. So that's how you have to look at it. It's like, don't get discouraged like, I think I'm on the wrong path. You'll know if you're on the wrong path when every single thing you're doing blows up in your face, basically. Everything you're doing is just failure, 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 not working, not working, challenge after challenge after challenge after challenge. You try everything, you go back to the drawing board, you try to help yourself, and nothing works. And you just keep suffering, and you change, you do belief system work on yourself, and you try and you try, and you're unfulfilled, and you don't feel good, and it's not working, and you just had enough, and your vibration is just shot. Then you realize, well, maybe I'm not supposed to be doing this. Us stubborn people, like, that's how we do it. We go that long, and then we hit our head enough times. Oh my God, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Let's see if I can go do something else. Let me try something else. And sometimes just taking the pressure off of what you currently are doing, getting a perspective change, stepping away from your projects for a little bit, looking at something else, changing your environment, changing your where you go, who you talk to, what you do for a little bit, and then come back to it. Sometimes what happens, you'll come back with a new approach, and you'll come back with a new perspective, and you feel way better. And then you're going to feel like you're doing something that's more uplifting, and you're not going to feel so down in the dumps. It's when you don't take those risks and you don't branch out, that's when you start to feel that suffering feeling, because you feel trapped and you feel like there's nothing you can do. So it's when you start kind of like a tree that has the branches shooting out. So you have to go sometimes way out of your comfort zone, and you have to start asking people around you, ask ChatGPT what to do, and you start testing new fields of interest for yourself. You need to start shaking it up. When people get stuck, you guys, it's just because it's stagnant. It's because you're not getting what you want, and it's stagnant. The stagnation is what you're upset about. It's not that you're doing anything wrong. You just feel that the energy around you is not flowing and moving in the direction you want it to move in. But that's because you need to stir the pot, in case you want to know. So you got to stir the pot. You got to shake it up. And you guys should know this because, we came to the planet understanding this. When we were kids, we knew how to do this. If we were bored or we were tired or things sucked and we hated everything, we would go do something different. We would shake it up. The thing is, those skill sets, for whatever reason, became lost to us as we became adults. And we thought we had to martyr. Now we have to suffer. Now we have to stick it through. Now we have to go to the bitter end. Now we have to do it regardless. Like, it becomes like this huge burden, instead of actually saying to yourself, what did I used to do when I was a kid? I would say, oh, I don't like it here. I'm going to go somewhere else. I don't like talking to these people. Maybe we should go talk to these people. Or maybe I should go watch something else. Maybe I should do the kids know. Go back to the basics. Go back to where you were when you were a kid. Your instincts were always correct. You always ended up going where you wanted to go and doing what you wanted to do when you were a kid. Don't lose track of that version of you. That's your GPS. You want to keep the kid alive, you guys. How are you going to stay young forever? Don't get old on me. You guys have to stay young and fun because you need to have a good time. You could be wrinkled as hell and you can get 80, 90 years old, but stay young and fun inside. Okay? Melody, I believe where you are now, you are using all your gifts and talents, but in a different way, which is more fulfilling. Hey, Paul. Troublemakers here. Yes, this is I am doing naturally what I want to be doing. It's not like somebody laid this out for me and said, here's this business idea. You guys should get into the healing arts together and you should put your resources together and open a healing center and you should see the public every day and you should do private readings and and here's your business plan and here's how you need to. None of that happened. It was super grassroots. We just literally just started talking to people and they would just pay us to talk to them. And then we were giving good advice because we have a lot of experience and a lot of training and a lot of understanding. We had dedicated our own personal life 15 years prior to even open our doors to the public. What's crazy is nowadays I see people, and look, more power to them, bless them for even trying. Okay, you guys, listen, no hard feelings to them at all whatsoever, but there's people that are starting professions and skill sets and going out in the world helping people that have very little information. Now, it's okay if you are clear about that and you are also in training and practicing and you're staying like humble and have some humility about the fact that you don't have a lot of experience. And that helps to ease things because I hear a lot of YouTubers and people trying to act like they really understand these types of topics and they're just kind of winging it. So it's hard to decipher between who's like an expert at this and who's not. So you got to keep your eyes and ears open. But yeah, we just jumped into this and we just started putting two and two together and we realized we had a business. And then we started raising our family with this business and it's full time and it's 24/7. I mean, we get to sleep at night. We go to sleep around, let's see, what time do we call it a day? At 6 o'clock, we try to unwind because we have a rule that we have to unwind. And then by 8 o'clock, we need to be done eating because we don't like to eat late. Then from 7 to 10 is when it's like family time, right? That's what most people I think do. And so we try our best to have some time to just chillax, right, Paul? Relax, chill, talk, watch TV, laugh, have fun, unplug. And then around 11 to 12, we'd like to be out because we're up again, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. We're up and at 'em and we go hard until, because don't you feel like the days have been getting shorter? It's been going faster. So yeah, I don't know why I got off on that tangent, but there was something there at the time. Okay. Stuti, yes, we need only a Lady O podcast. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me see. Let me see how I can do that. I gotta release some of this excess energy on you guys. Do I need to rejoin? Yes, you do need to rejoin because I think when I changed it, it kicked you off and then refunded you your money. So there was only a couple people who joined up front. But I thought $14.99 was a little steep. After a while, I thought about it and I realized that I should have more competitive prices. Okay. Okay. Oh, you guys are saying hi to each other. Golden Walking Eagle. Ooh, what a cool name. You're capable of so much more. Follow the vibrations. Yes. Stuti, hey, Bucky. Dr. Ace, so glad to catch you live. Love and blessings, Lady O. Thanks, Dr. Ace. What's your full first name again? I remember you came on our Psychic Live. I don't remember what your full first name was. Melody, sounds like your mom had a handful with your energies. My mom used to say to me all the time that you're like having 5 kids. And she cursed me because then I had 5 kids. And each one of them is like a fraction of me. So I'm looking at myself in 5 different formats, dealing with myself and completely dealing with all that comes with it. So my mom literally cursed me. Thanks, Mom. Melody, my dad always connects with our family. He even sent messages twice through Riz. My mom, not so much. She crossed and is enjoying heaven on her own terms. Yeah, You know, sometimes they have to go rejuvenate on the other side and do their life plans, life lessons. You know, here's another thing that's really hard to believe, you guys, and I know it's going to take some time to wrap your head around it unless you already know about this, but many channels have said this, many guides have said this, that there's a version of us, you know, the higher self. So there's a version of us that is over there with them. They're not without us. Do you know how crazy that is? Let it sink in. So these people that we love and we miss and we're crying over are hanging out with us on the other side. And by the way, the better version of us, the best version of us, the angel version of us, because we're multidimensional. We're here in this dream reality, here in this 3D, waking up in a dream state, in a dream within a dream within a dream. So we literally, and when you connect to your higher self and you connect to your angel self, that's who you're connecting to. You're connecting to the version of you that exists on another timeline, different dimension. And by the way, since we're multidimensional, that means we're also all the different past lives, right? We're not just this identity that you see today. Where's my water? I need my water. So you're more. You're not just, like, I'm not just a Raya. I'm also a pirate. I'm also a French painter. Who knows? I'm everything. Hold on. I got a drink from my baby bottle. This is my half-gallon baby bottle. It took me a long time to break down and finally get it, because Riz has one this big and I made fun of him incessantly. But I got tired of filling up my little cute sports bottle and I finally had enough and I was like jugging it. So maybe you guys want to jump in on that action. Okay. Yes, I agree. I learned a long time ago that you have to step away and then come back. Yes. Shake, shake, shake it like a Polaroid picture. I was singing the song too. Great Minds melody. Love the hair color. Oh, thank you. I love being red. I've been red before several times. And each time I was like, I don't know. I made excuses because it's a commitment to keep it this color. You have to stay on it. And I got tired of it. But each time I went back to blonde, I love blonde. But then I just was like, God, I love red. So each time I go back to red, I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm staying here, especially because your hair gets super fried going blonde, right? As you guys probably know. And I can't take it anymore. My poor hair is like, you guys like are killing me. Okay. Oh, Adrienne. Okay. Amy Harris. I look to rejoin. It doesn't show the join option. Yeah, go to another video, Amy. Go to another video, and under the video, you're going to see the title. And under the title, it says join, and it's under every single video. That's how you join the membership. You have 8 kids? Oh my God. Let me have a moment. First of all, I had 1 miscarriage, so I technically had 6. But let me just tell you, 8 kids. Let's have a moment for Adrienne. 8 kids is a lot. 8 is enough, right? I thought 5 kept me busy. Christine Marie. Well, this is a nice afternoon surprise. Hello, Lady O. Hello. And for those of you that are coming in kind of later, let me tell you what's going on. So the last Psychic Live, the pizza party, I was so hype. I had such a good time. I was enjoying myself so much. But you guys don't know that during the week, because I do a lot of work where I don't talk. So I'm really quiet a lot. So by the time I get on my shows, I explode. Well, the problem is I explode so hard that I don't let Riz talk. I mean, I used to, but it's getting worse. So what that means is I have to express myself other ways. Case in point, what I'm doing right now. So when I let it out, it helps to release energy so that when I do get on the lives with him, I'm calm and more peaceful, which I need to do. Oh my God. I don't know if I'll ever grow up, you guys, seriously. Oh my God, that means they're not missing me since my higher self up there with them. That is so rich, Lady O. I know. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy that our higher selves are with our family? Do you know what that does to your brain if you let that sink in? Your loved ones who have crossed over are hanging out with your higher self, AKA you. They don't miss you. They're not sad because you're right next to them looking down at you. Laughing probably and making jokes, I'm sure. So that's what's happening. No wonder I'm so tired. My mom's running me ragged on the other side as well. Yeah, you know, my mom, when she first crossed over, she immediately started talking to me again, just like she would do over here, like constantly blowing up my phone. She started doing that on the other side. She wanted to still get into all my business, still want to know everything. So it's a running joke now at this point. She has all these little symbols and synchronicities, and now she right now she's only coming for like celebrations and parties and birthdays and Mother's Day and birthday, like things like that special. But when she first crossed over, she was coming over all the time and visiting us, to the point I was like, Mom, seriously? Like, seriously, I need like little break. Just a little break. You crossed over. Enjoy. Go enjoy yourself. There's a lot to do. Okay. I can't picture you being very quiet. So there's a side of me. I don't know if you guys know about the Tauruses and their silence. So that if you know a Taurus, so Taurus is, I don't know about the men as much, but I think it is for the men and women. So there's a part of us that, you know, we're the toddlers of the zodiac, right? So there's Aries is the baby, and then the toddler is the Taurus, and then it goes on and on. Leo's the teenager. Did you guys know that? You can look it up. Well, anyway, so I'm the toddler. Basically, what happens is I'm in overdrive all the time. I'm going 100 miles an hour internally and externally all the time. So what happens is when I shut down and get quiet, I go into stealth mode. I go into like stealth, silence. I'm so quiet. I can go for hours. I can go 6 hours in silence. I can be more silent than talkative, to be honest with you. But then when I do talk, I have no gauge, so most of the time. So what happens is I'm silent, then I start talking, and then you can't stop me. Or, yeah, yeah, there's no or. So just basically that. So there's just one off and on button. That's it. Okay. Oh my God, you guys are singing. I wish that I could see you. That's why I'm doing the Zooms, you guys. That's why I'm doing the Zooms every month. If you join the membership, I can do that with you, and I can see your pretty face, and you can sing and talk, and you can actually visually see me, and I can visually see you, which is really cool. That explains a lot because my husband and son are both Leos. Yeah. And the Leo energy is like teenager to the hilt all the time. And it has that fun, young vibe that never ends, that fire loving, ruled by fire, ruled by raw, like completely just full of life. But have you ever seen a sad Leo? When Leos get sad, they're very melodramatic. It's like the saddest thing you've ever seen when a Leo gets sad. My Taurus brother of mine is very quiet, and yet he is the life of the party. Yeah, so that's what it is. I could be the loudest person in the room, no problem. But literally, I need to shut down. And also being empathic, you guys, seriously. I have to go in and totally recenter and get silent with myself all the time. I have to be really quiet, and it's kind of like I do deep recess thinking, and then I do like processing, and then I am also working. So I'm working because I'm very technical. I have on my dad's side of the family, my dad he has an engineering mind, and he used to do a lot of things that were mechanical and engineering. And then his father was an engineer and an inventor with household products that we use today. And he worked at Lockheed International, which is interesting because of my alien experience. So I don't know what that's all about. So and my son, my oldest child, my son, is also an inventor, and he works at NASA, and he invented the Starshade. And now he works in a private firm next to SpaceX, and he is a designer of space material contraptions and mechanics and things like that. So my brain, the way my brain works, is more like an engineer, like very technical. I handle all the tech on our studio. I do everything, anything to do with programming, AI, working, websites, anything to do with technical stuff. I do that. I do all the mechanics and technical stuff. I'm in the Starfleet engineer. I I might be like in the engineering room or Captain Kirk, or I go between the two. My son is a Leo. I did not know, but it makes so much sense now with all my zodiac friends. Yes, my Leo son gets so sad. Yes, I'm empathic also. I'm a Libra, and those Leos have fire like no other. I think do Leos and Libras get along? I'm trying to think. I think Libras like Leos. and Leos know how to handle Libras, something like that, right? Yeah. So what are your guys' signs? Tell me all your signs. I know a little bit about signs. I don't know if any of you are really well versed in the sign department. I kind of know about compatibilities too. I'm not a professional astrologer, but I have spent a lot of time understanding this area. And as you know, my assistant Erica, for those of you who know my show, know my assistant Erica, and she's a professional astrologer. That's what she does for a living at Starpath Astrology. A little plug for her. And I learned a lot about signs. I know a lot and I've studied it. And I started with Linda Goodman when I was 16 years old in her star sign book. Capricorn rising, Aquarius sun, and moon. Well, you're in the right profession, Stuti, to be in the entertainment industry. You're going to need every ounce of everything you just said because the Capricorn rising is your straightforward approach that's very mechanical and dedicated and very technical. And then the Aquarian sun and moon is what lets you even be in this crazy industry, in the entertainment industry, and even try your hand at being a creative and not being afraid and going for your dreams. That's what gives you that drive. Lori Ann, I'm a Taurus. Oh yeah, my birthday is May 8th. My birthday is 2 days after yours. Do you know, Lori? You should go Google. Go Google Taurus birthdays, like mid-Taurus birthdays or May 10th, May 8th birthdays. You're gonna see a lot of really big rock stars, singers, and musicians are Tauruses, and they're some of my favorite, like Bono from YouTube, for instance. And there's more. I forgot who they are right now, but you should go check them out. And I always can tell because I always fall in love with them. I'm like, oh, I love how they sing. Oh my God, I'm obsessed. And I look them up, and they're freaking May 10th, May 11th, May 8th. So there's some kind of resonance there that I like. Okay, Melody, birth sign is Gemini, rising Libra, moon Capricorn. Ooh la la. Would not mess with you, sister. Melody. Yeah, so basically you can take over anything and you can go to the moon and be a newscaster and a teacher and pretty much anything that you put your heart to because you can talk and you're organized. And the Libra keeps you somewhat human. Okay, Stuti Guha, heavy Saturn energy. Yes. Oh, that Saturn energy is where you can go into the depths and not be afraid. That's for sure. Dr. Ace, my grandfather that transitioned is a Taurus. Yeah, they're fun. I think we're fun. Look, I'm biased, okay? Tauruses are fun. Some Taurus men can be a little bit party poopers because they kind of get in the like, my mom, she did the wrong thing and I feel sad for life and every other woman I'm ever going to see is going to now pay for it. Sorry, not sorry. Don't mean to blow up the Taurus man's spot, but being a Taurus woman, I know a thing or two about it. I just want to say when Taurus men start to feel sorry for themselves, walk away. It is never going to end. It is a personal journey that they're on that they have to work at for themselves. It is personal. It has nothing to do with you. And they just like to feel big feelings. That's it. Taurus women are a little bit more hardcore. But Taurus men are very like mama's boys kind of thing. So they just get very sensy. Very sensy. Okay? You can love your Taurus man. You just have to be they're very, very sensitive. Okay. Jessica, I'm a Libra and I get along well with my son who is a Leo. Yes. My daughters are Aries, Gemini, and my husband is a Scorpio. You need a reality show, sister. You need to put some cameras up and just let it rip and let us watch how this configuration hangs out because it must be a party every day. Wow. That's intense and fun. Christine, Capricorn Sun, Aries North Node, other North Node Scorpio. You would be a good healer, actually. Let me just take that in a minute. Okay, Capricorn Sun, Aries North Node. I'm Aries. I'm Capricorn North Node, and I'm Aries Chiron. Me and Riz are both Aries Chiron. We're working out our kids' stuff. Capricorn Sun, Aries North Node, and other node Scorpio. I wonder what your rising is. It's very intense. You could be a healer. You could be in the healing arts, like working with people in the body. That's what I feel for you. Melody, I get along great with Leos. Yes, they're fun. Lori Ann, okay. Buckshot, Aquarius, Gemini moon, Cancer rising. Well, you just basically just want to party all the time is basically what that configuration is. You want to be the life of the party and you want to have a party all the time. And you could also be an actor. Paul, did you ever consider that? Anytime Riz is going to show up, it's going to be really funny. I'll be like, hey, Riz, what's up? Paul, you could be a actor if you wanted to. Did you know that? Like when I met you, that's the first thing Riz and I saw. We're like, oh my God, you would be such a good actor. You have an actor's face and your sign configuration, you would be a perfect actor. You're in touch with your emotions with the Cancer rising. Your Gemini moon, you would be talkative and hanging out and talking, be the life of the party and talking, doing your lines. And the Aquarian can handle it all. So you should take some acting classes. You don't know what will happen. I'm huge on Freddie Mercury. You know, I go through stages also. Freddie Mercury is a major force. He's a part of that soul collective, that soul group that came with like even George Michael at the tail end. There's a whole soul group that came together that I think they raised the vibration of the planet and they left us with their gifts so we can study and learn because there has not been another Freddie Mercury and there has not been another George Michael and there has not been like another Prince. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you see that that's going to ever happen again? Like they came for a reason. I personally think they came to help us Gen Xers and some boomers, some Gen Xers and some millennials to keep us going, like some motivational music to help us keep on plugging away. Many Geminis rub me the wrong way. Yeah. Well, that's what they're known for, right? So the Gemini suns, you know, if Gemini sun, if they're not doing what they love and doing what they want to be doing to feel expressed and fulfilled, then it's like having a wild peacock in a small cage. They turn on themselves and others because they just get so frustrated because they want to express all the time and they need to get it out. So they need to be in professions that give them that opportunity to speak it out. They have to be an orator of some kind. So that's why Geminis, I think, get a bad rap. Is because they occur like know-it-alls, but because they just talk a lot about what they know and they try to make you feel that way too, to an extent, but not friendly sometimes. And so that's where it goes wrong. But I think if Geminis really gave themselves what they came here to experience on the planet, publicly or professionally, I think Geminis could be the most powerful force of nature ever. Like they would be like like a leader of anything. Like they can just be at the front of the helm. They just have to stop making everything wrong and being mad that they're not being received properly, which is hard because we all have that to a certain extent. We all want to be seen and heard properly. And that's the gift we give ourselves, is to learn how to give ourselves the opportunities to be seen and heard properly. And it's not easy. Do you know the first time I turned a camera on and talked to the camera to put out my first video? You guys are going to think I'm joking right now when I tell you this. This is before the big craze of everybody like on social media and YouTube and everybody filming. This was way back. I have to think of this was 2010. Okay. So to me, that's way back. Okay. It's probably not way back, but it feels like it's way back. And I sat down and I was like, okay, I'm going to do like a little infomercial, a little promo for my channel or whatever I was doing. And so I sat down, I turned on the camera. It was the first time I ever talked to the camera for professional reasons. I'm not joking. I filmed myself 100 times. 100 times. Do you know how it took me like 3 days? Why? Because I hated everything I saw on the camera. I hated my voice. I hated my face. I hated how I was looking. I didn't like the expression on my face. I didn't like what I was saying. I didn't like that my mouth always gets dry. I did not like a lot of things. And it prevented me, almost stopped me in my tracks from even going any further. I almost couldn't get past it. I was going to give up completely. I was like, I can't do this. I can't be on camera. I just can't do this. I can be an actress, put me in a costume on a set and tell me what to do. Okay, I'm fine. But me being myself, talking as myself and saying hello to somebody and asking them for something or telling them to go to my channel or do something, like, oh my God, I'd rather die. It was horrible. So you guys think that I was sitting here like so relaxed and stuff? Now I am. That took me years to figure out how to do that. Years. You guys, don't be hard on yourself if you ever want to film yourself. And you know what? It's a good teaching tool because it teaches you how to like straighten out your face and all your crazy expressions. You get like, maybe I shouldn't make that crazy face. Maybe I should have a different expression, or maybe I should change the way I'm feeling. Or it checks you. It makes you more aware of yourself, and it helps in your day-to-day life also, because then you don't have crazy expressions. Have you ever talked to somebody who's making crazy expressions and they don't know they're making crazy expressions? And the expressions are so weird that you're looking at them and you're like, okay, it's really distracting what you're doing right now with those expressions. But that's what helps when you film yourself and try to be serious and talk and really do a serious like promo video or something. You really have to surrender, because you're going to really see yourself. And you have to be an honest critic. You have to be honest. And if you don't like what you see, you got to go fix it. There's a lot of stuff I didn't like. And then you got to accept certain things. I'll give you an example. I don't care. I'm going to be personal. So I have crooked bottom teeth, right? Hereditary. I could have got braces. I didn't. My top teeth are kind of crooked, but not as bad. Here's what happened. So I started talking, and all I could see was my crooked bottom teeth. And I was like, oh, hell no. I am not filming. I went to the dentist. I had them look at my teeth. I tried to see if I can get it fixed. There was this whole ordeal. It was going to be a whole thing, thousands of dollars, braces, the whole nine. It was such a dramatic thing. I didn't want to deal with it. I don't have the patience for that. I didn't feel like it. I almost did it. I've been to the dentist at least 3 or 4 in my adult years, several times. I almost got Invisalign, but I didn't want that lisp thing. There was a lot of things I almost did to fix my teeth, and I didn't. And at the end of the day, I said, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. That's the one and only thing. I don't care. I'm just going to leave it. Just leave the teeth like that. The rest, yeah, I'll play with my hair. I'll play with my makeup. I'll do different things like that. But I am just leaving my teeth. I don't care. So you have to make peace with certain things. And you're going to have to, like, as you go onto the camera and you want to do things professionally, you'll have to make peace with certain aspects. And I have no idea how I got on that tangent at all. Okay. It started with Geminis. I have 4 Libras, 2 Leos, 2 Aquarius. Wait, 4 Libras. Your kids. You have 4 Libras. Okay, hold on. Wow, that's huge. 4 Libra children, 2 Leo children, 2 Aquarian children, a Cancer, and a Sag. How are you managing all of these signs together? Is there games you guys play? Do you have rituals, routines? I would love to know. I'm so curious. That is really amazing. And it looks like they could all be very creative also. It looks like it's a very creative family. I'm a Sagittarius, Cancer moon, and a Cancer rising. Sagittarius sun, a Cancer moon. This is Christine. So Sages are fun. Have a hard time settling down. Hard time committing for long term, but we get it. Cancer moon. I have Cancer moon kids and a Cancer moon father. So I know all about the Cancer moon. How many books can I write about the Cancer moon? So the Cancer moon is... where do I begin? Very dramatic. Feels everything to the hilt, and we'll tell you about it. They're very impactful and empathic people. And we'll leave it at that for right now. Cancer rising. Okay, so you should probably be an actress too. You probably have a lot of exciting and fun dramatic experiences, and you should probably get in the arts. Spider bite. I too have Sun and Moon in Aquarius, Aries rising. Wow, February 8th. Or should I use the sidereal, please? I only know I don't have all the terminologies because I'm not an astrologer. I just know a lot about the signs from just personal experience and dealing with people, and my assistant being an astrologer professionally, and doing my own deep chart work and other people's chart work, plus all my life coaching clients. I always talk about their signs, and when I'm doing my shamanic work, the signs always come up. So I know a lot about signs in many different ways. And it's important to learn about your signs, you guys, because it really can explain a lot about your behavior. And there is a app that I like. If you're not going to go to my friend for a reading at starpathastrology.com, there is an app that I like that I use. It's called Time Passages. Time Passages. And Time Passages, you plug in your birth time, your birthday. They give you everything, super comprehensive, super detailed. They also do compatibility. It's like the only one we all use, and we're all very psychic. So it's a psychic's go-to app. Like, it's very serious. So I would definitely download it if you're interested in knowing more. You can find out all about your planets and alignments and houses, and it explains everything in detail. And also ChatGPT does too. I mean, I don't know how detailed ChatGPT can get, but I know Time Passages, that app is really good. Okay, so Sun and Moon in Aquarius. Personally, how I feel about that is it can go two ways. You're either all in or you're all out. You either want to play or you will bite with that spider bite of yours. So it just depends how you feel. And anything can trigger you and anything can change your mind. And that is the way it's going to go. But the good news is you do hang in there. And I like that about you, is the Aquarius, Sun and Moon, Aries rising. You're up for any challenge. So that's really cool. That part is like, you would be great at like, the Survivor reality shows, like those big reality shows, like you would be awesome. One of those, like, fun, challenging, like anything goes, let's jump in, let's try it. Like, you would be great in a team also. But you are a little bit on the, I think you would be a little bit on the solo side internally. Like, you keep things to yourself, I feel, like arm's length, which is fine because there's a spider and it could bite you. Kayla Durham, I didn't know I was going to be doing sign readings. How cool. Kayla Durham, I'm a Leo sun, Cancer moon, Pisces rising. So that's really fun. Dramatic. You could rule the world or you can destroy it. Lots of things going on here. You could be an awesome healer, but you could also turn on yourself. You could be really, really a powerful, like, you could be an instigator, a leader. You could be anybody who's in charge of anything. You would be really great. But if it doesn't go your way and you get upset or turn on yourself, it could be a deadly experience. So you have to always be very careful to be kind and gentle to yourself, and go slow and take your time in understanding your needs. That's what I would say for you. My youngest baby daughter is the 7th child. Oh my God. Oh, Dr. Ace is saying that about spider bite is her youngest baby. Wait, Dr. Ace, I can do this. Dr. Ace is saying spider bite is my youngest daughter. Birthday is the 7th. Okay, got it. Love Aquarians. Yeah, Aquarians, we have to have them. Have to have Aquarians because they keep the world going, don't they? Okay, Christina is South Node Scorpio. So South Node, you guys, means that's your past life that you're bringing over from your past, and you are clearing that and going into your North Node. So find out what your North Node is. If I was an astrologer, I'd probably know off the bat, but I do know that your South Node is your past history, your past life, and your North Node is what you are rising to and evolving to. So for me, I am North Node Capricorn, where I'm getting very structured and organized. And South Node is Cancer, getting out of my emotions and deep drama of things. It's been a challenge. Jessica Goosebar. I've been told I should write a book about my life. Yeah, I bet. Christina, you seem like you have Native American in you. The Native American you're seeing is on my mom's side. So my mom is from Honduras. She was from Honduras. She was 4'11". I'm 5'10" from my dad's side, but so she was Honduran. She was born in Tegucigalpa, in a mountain region called Santa Barbara, which is in the mountains in a coffee plantation. So she grew up in a coffee plantation with 14 brothers and sisters, and that was my mom. And she was an Aquarian, super wild card. So any native that you're seeing is probably from her, native like Incan or something. Christine, yes, correct background, graduated clinical psychology, mental health for children as to be a healer. Okay. I don't remember what your sign was, but I'm glad I was accurate. I could be, I guess. Oh, the actor? Of course. I mean, why wouldn't you try? You should just try. I'm sure there's acting schools near you. I'm sure. Why not? Give something to yourself. You have to have something that's for yourself, you know? Oh, Riz is here. Oh my God, you guys want to see Riz? Riz. Oh, he's on the phone. Okay. Let's see. Justin, Libra Sun, Aquarian Moon, Gemini Ascendant. So Libra Sun, Aquarian Moon, and Gemini Ascendant. So I think you're fascinated with relationships, honestly. Why they work, why they don't work. I think you could be like a relationship psychologist. You probably could really talk a lot. You could have actually your own podcast, honestly. Do you want to say hello?
I sure do.
We have 22 people. Why don't you sit in? I'm just finishing up. So somehow I started off really strong with like patterns, and we're talking about breaking through and goals, and now we're doing sun signs because that's usually always what happens. So now
you can never ignore the stars, guys. Hey everyone, how are you?
So we have Paul and Justin. We have Stuti, Spiderbite, Christine, Melody, Dr. Ace, Kayla.
Check that out.
Isn't that cool?
I love
So
it.
everybody's getting their signs. Dr. Ace has 8 kids, which is unreal. I'm convincing.
Are they all biological kids?
I know. I want to know.
I mean, not that it makes a difference.
I didn't ask because of that, but can I say
There was a show called 8 is Enough.
I asked Paul I said that he should be an actor.
Oh, remember I told him
But you should see his 3 configurations. He's, I think, a Cancer moon.
Wow.
He's like straight up actor.
Cancer moon is great for acting.
Mm-hmm.
I actually do a podcast on YouTube on Saturday afternoons, he says.
Oh, you do? What?
Send it. We want to see it.
Send it to us. How come you didn't tell us? Okay. Is somebody sending love? Okay, so I was absolutely abhorrent from 13 to 17 or so. Good luck, lots of patience. Oh, okay, that's what the
absolutely
8 kids.
Is that person British? Because I think only British people say absolutely abhorrent.
Oh, look. So Christine is a Taurus, but more Gemini. Like they're giving all
My
their
son
signs.
is an Aries. Well, her son is an Aries also.
Well, you know, we were talking about how Libras and Leos get along.
Leos and Libras, they do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you guys, does this mean I have to go? Does that mean the party's over? Oh, you guys are great. So we're going to see you. Everybody's saying hello. How cute. Oh.
Thanks. Hey, guys.
Okay, so you guys, we will see you on a Sunday, and it will be really fun. And that's it. I don't know how to say goodbye, but I think I have to click the X. So it was great talking to you guys. I have to do this more often. If you want to see me live on Zoom and ask questions and interact face to face, go underneath the YouTube video and click join. And then you can see both of us. Okay, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. It was really fun. We'll do it again. Okay, bye.